All right, welcome everybody. It is the Cruel Fan Podcast vlog. We need a better name for it. But Josh Philo here. Episode, is this 4 or 5? Is this 5? Episode 5 here. Josh Philo here with Ryan Collins, and we got Britney Snyder on the phone too. And yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. How's it going?
Good. We're gonna get right into
What an
this
introduction.
Ruiz Joshua fight. We're gonna get right into it real quick. Ruiz wins all the titles.
Yep.
Stuns the world. Cost Anthony Joshua mad money, and a title fight against Deontay Wilder as well. It's probably cost him a lot, like with this huge upset in the fight, and not to mention everyone's clowning Ruiz because he's got chubs. So what?
So Ruiz is 6'2", 268 pound, which
He's a heavyweight. He's the first Mexican of Mexican descent to win the heavyweight championship.
Right. He's
making history out here.
33-1, 22 KOs. He's 29 years old. Joshua is 6'6", 247 pound.
Lean 247.
22-1, 21 knockouts, and he's also 29. Yeah, obviously one looks more like a fighter, and the other looks more like a me and you kind of guy.
Yeah, he looks like every other dude.
Like an average Joe.
He looks like an average dude in America. He does. 6'2", what is he? 6'2", 2 what?
268.
Man, I wish I was 268. No, I'm kidding.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. Anyway, everyone's like, they're like just, people are just poking fun at him and stuff. I'm like, let it go. Who cares? He knocked out Joshua, made him look like a clown.
You know what I relate it to is when, big country.
Yeah.
He was just knocking out people left and right.
Yeah, he didn't care.
And they tried to do did you ever see the skills competition that they tried to do with him? And they had like a whole thing where he ran a course and everything like that. And obviously he's terrible at any of those things, but he's still knocking guys out. And it's I don't know. I just think it just proves that an average guy, if he's strong, big country, he can knock out.
He can knock you out.
Lean, muscled up guy. It doesn't matter. Anybody can get knocked out in a fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Which he didn't get knocked out. I don't.
He TKO'd him.
Yeah, but it wasn't yeah. Okay.
I mean, he knocked him down 3 times.
Yeah, I think like 4 times he knocked him down,
Whatever
something like that.
Yeah.
And
7th round though too. I mean,
7th round he looked a little, very dazed, not a little dazed, very dazed, and wouldn't come out of the corner. Couldn't. The ref was like, "Okay, you want to fight?" He goes, "Yes." At that, just stands there like he had no idea where he was going.
Wow.
His promoter, Eddie Hearn, said after he doesn't remember anything really from after the 3rd round. In fact, or anything from the 3rd round. In fact, he's taken a little positivity that he managed to go 4 rounds after that because he says, my senses weren't there.
Yeah, he's got his bell rung more than once, and
yeah,
So, but the ripple effect of this, What's so funny over here, Brittany?
No, no, go ahead, keep going.
What's going on?
There's something you said. No, I mean,
ripple.
I don't want to be disgusting. It's
Ripple.
okay. Continue. No, we're good. Continue.
All right, tell us off the mic or something.
So,
but anyway, but I'm saying, this is gonna really affect Anthony Joshua's career. Obviously, both careers moving forward. I mean,
yeah,
because going into this fight, this was just like a warm up for a Deontay Wilder or a Tyson Fury.
Seems like he was
like
maybe too confident.
Yeah. I mean, I think he looked right past him. I think didn't they call Ruiz 2 weeks before the fight? They're like, "Yo, we need."
Yeah, he wasn't even supposed to fight him.
He was a replacement. Yeah.
Hey, this guy just got off the couch and said,
hell
right.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
fight
even
him.
More crazy.
I want the heavyweight title.
I want to go. I'll fight him.
Yeah, sure.
It was like Rocky. Great.
His trainer Manny Robles said after, "This is for all of Mexico. Mexico has its first heavyweight champion of the world, and we made history."
And that's the thing. He's a heavyweight. Obviously, he should have some meat on his bones, people.
Yeah.
He's a heavyweight. He's cool. And I don't know what the context was, but I heard him say, "I ain't no bitch." I don't know what the context was.
Really?
I should probably look that up before I said it, but it's real here on Cruel Fan.
That's
CruelFan.com.
Bold quote.
So, but I don't know. So what happens for Ruiz next? Does he fight Deontay Wilder now?
I don't know. He said after the fight, I just feel so good, man. This is what I've been dreaming about. This is what I have been working hard for. I can't believe I just made my dreams come true. I just want to thank my team and my family. The sky's the limit, baby.
Yeah.
Hear that?
So the sky's the limit. So is Deontay Wilder in the sky?
Must be.
Is Tyson Fury in the sky?
Anybody's fair game now. He's just on a road to winning everything.
I hope that this is a resurgence of the heavyweight class, heavyweight division in boxing. Because if the heavyweight division is rolling and cracking, then I think more like people care more about. No one cares about two little 112-pound guys fighting. No one cares about junior flyweights or none of that. Not even cruiserweights or light heavyweight. None of that. You got to be the heavyweight champ. That just saying that heavyweight champion of the world. It's like
biggest and baddest.
It's the dopest. You know what I mean? So. I mean, boxing has taken a backseat to the UFC, too, so because UFC is more primal, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like, you can rake dudes' eyes and stuff. It's terrible. Do you watch UFC, Britt?
I'm going to be honest, I don't.
That's fine, me either. I don't watch it.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't watch it either.
We're in the
yeah, no, I don't watch it.
We're good. We're in the same playing field, right on.
Yeah, I do like boxing, but again, I think if it's gotta be like a heavyweight thing, I can't watch. Although I did watch that I watched the Conor McGregor Floyd fight.
Yeah.
But it was like on that like pirated stream on Facebook. It was sweet. I was like watching it on my phone. I couldn't believe it was what I watched because I watched the Pacquiao fight too, and both of those fights, those Floyd Mayweather fights, were just such disappointments.
Yeah, it's a lot of hype, not much.
Yeah, it was terrible. So did you watch either of those fights? Did you watch the McGregor fight? Britney.
I did. Well, when you have that kind of big broadcasted fight, it becomes more of a gathering for people, right?
Right, yeah.
Rather than actually paying attention to the fight. So I was in and out a little bit. I did have quite a lot to drink that night. So
Yeah, you did.
Hell
can't even
yeah.
really recall too much of what happened during that game or that fight, but I was there somewhat.
All right.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that counts, but sure.
That works.
I'm going to tell you the extent for me of like boxing is probably like Rocky Balboa.
There you go.
That's as far as it gets.
Not even a real boxer, but but it's funny because
not even a real boxer, man. But you know what?
I mean, Philly thinks he's real because there's a fucking statue of Rocky in Philly. It's like he is not a real person.
That's crazy.
He's real. It's a figment of your imagination.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole.
Well, Philly
concept,
also thinks
right?
that they're the best sports city.
It's a spirit. They are. I mean, they are.
So
I mean, let's run down the list.
they got all kinds of fantasies.
Let's run down the list real quick if you must. The Phillies, bomb. Eags, bomb. Flyers, bomb. Sixers, bomb. Obviously.
Sixers.
How about the Soul?
Yeah,
Huh?
I thought you were a Cubs fan.
I mean, I'll root for the Cubs, but I'm a Philly.
And a Bulls fan.
I'll root for the Bulls. I don't hate, you know what I mean? If you play fantasy or bet,
this Philly persona that you have is unraveling by the hour.
I don't have a Philly persona. I'm not a psychotic person. That's the thing. A lot of when you think of like a Philly fan, you think of like some bro.
Mostly with the Eagles.
Yeah,
which you are an
lose
Eagles
their mind.
fan.
Or like dudes fighting each other. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? No, I'm a rational human being. I think that's what probably throws a lot of people off when it comes to being an Eagles fan. Because, I mean, but have you ever watched a soccer game? Those fans are nuts.
Yeah.
Makes
Not so much
NFL
here,
fans
but-
look tame.
Yeah.
So Deontay Wilder, huh? How about him? Gonna fight Ruiz? No.
We'll see.
Who cares?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I watch the big fights. I'm not really not really that into boxing. I will watch UFC when it's a big fight too. The problem is really just they don't broadcast them enough. I guess it's like you have to pay for it, and it's pretty ridiculous the amount of money that they're asking.
Well, you need those big names, and that's the thing. It's like the biggest name is Floyd Mayweather, and he's a little guy.
Yeah.
You need those big guys. That's like like Wilder's doing it. I think he's doing a great job. I hope he doesn't lose it anytime soon. And Ruiz is a good story too.
Yeah.
That's two guys, and then you got Fury in there. That's three. You need a couple more, like back in the '70s. When the heavyweight division was great. Like you had Ali, you had Frazier, you had Ken Norton. All those big guys back there. Back then too. And it was great. But now, and plus that, they're competing with UFC, which is just way more exciting because you can kick and shit.
Mm-hmm.
can't kick in boxing. But, I don't know. I mean, it's got its niche still, but, I think the heavyweight – it's just like, like in baseball or if the Yankees are doing well, it's good for the sport, Or in football, if the
I don't know about that.
I'm serious. In football, if the Cowboys, regrettably, if they're doing well, it's good for the sport because more people are watching. More people are gonna watch it.
Bring up the Cowboys
because they're a national brand, yo.
America's team.
I'm just.
Okay.
I didn't mean it in a derogatory sense this time. I was saying it was, I didn't say regrettably though, but but no, it's good for the overall brand. Like so, and if the heavyweights are booming, it's good for the overall brand of boxing. I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But Dana White's like, go fuck yourselves. I'm gonna get it. $2 billion. What was it? $2 billion he sold it for? Something $3 billion, something like that.
I don't know.
$4 billion.
Must be a lot.
He sold it to those dudes.
These are straight facts.
These are straight facts. He sold it to those dudes. So, all right, that's a lot of boxing talk, yo. That's amazing.
Yeah, we got through it.
Nailed it.
So how about them Bruins, huh?
Oh boy, are you
Oh boy.
Britt and Ryan here are Bruins fans?
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's talk about the Bruins. Let's kind of recap. So what happened? I mean, they lost, unfortunately.
Yeah, down now 3-2.
Yeah, St. Louis is leading. The next game's what, tomorrow?
Yeah,
I
tomorrow.
think your guys' time is 8 o'clock, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And it's back in St. Louis, huh?
St. Louis. Yep.
Yeah, what are we thinking?
Yeah.
You think the Bruins will be able to do it?
Well, the Blues are really not, surprisingly, they're not as good at home as they are on the road. They're actually a better road team. They've proven that, especially even this series. They've proven that they can win in Boston, that home ice really doesn't matter for the Bruins right now. And although I think that last game really just came down to the refs, and unfortunately that caused the Blues to be able to win. I think that game probably goes into overtime if the refs don't miss a slew foot, I guess is what the technical term. You can basically call it tripping on Noel Chari. And, then basically right away the Blues score and they go up 2-0. It's crazy. I mean, the game in general, hats off to Binnington. 39 shots for the Bruins and 21 shots for the Blues. So seemed like a lopsided. Well, I'd say the shots are lopsided. The game itself, I think, was close. For the most part. But I think that the Bruins play best when their back's up against the wall. They'll win Game 6. They'll bring it home Game 7. And then Game 7 is going to be the true test. I think that we're looking at another one-score differential game. I'm not going to lie. Last Saturday after we recorded the podcast and the Bruins were playing 7-2, right? And I thought, we're just, going to win every game out of here. And I think a lot of people thought that too. The score there was lopsided as well, but I thought that the Bruins definitely were going to be able to win the next couple. Although I did predict that the Blues would win one more in the series. So now it's 3-2. The big story really is going to be the officiating. Did you watch the game, Brittany?
I did, and I completely agree with what you're saying. But that's the thing. It seems like these refs are just becoming more and more lax. I don't know if it's with the play callings or if they're just not paying attention. I don't know. I can't even tell you. And also, I've actually had this conversation with a few other people where I'm starting to think. I'm also a little bit of a conspiracy theory.
Agreed, me as well.
I'm thinking like Vegas is a part of this at this point. Like, who would have thought that this would have gone to 7 games?
Yeah.
It's just knowing what Boston went into, going to the finals, and I don't know. It's just, I would have thought that this would have been done 4 games in at this point. But
yeah,
going into 7 games and seeing the officiating team here. It's just, to me, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't want to see in any sport the refs making a call.
Right.
we see it in
Well, but
football.
also,
We see, or not make a call. We
right,
see it all the
exactly.
time.
I'm also a Cowboys fan. I may be a little biased after the whole Des Bryant call, with catch and not being a catch. So
it was a catch, It was a catch. It's ridiculous.
It was a catch. I mean, we talked about this last time. It was
Yeah,
an absolute catch. Everyone to this day will still say it's a catch, even if you're a Green Bay Packers fan. It's a freaking catch.
Yeah.
But again, it's the officiating team. I don't know. Sometimes I think Vegas is behind it, and it's just. It's a money game,
Yeah, because the Bruins are
yeah.
favored to win, so you would argue
right.
that, and I regrettably I put 500 on the Bruins winning last game. So I lost
that hurts.
You have faith, and that's a true fan. That's loyalty. So I 100%.
Not the most I've lost betting on them. By the way, I lost $2,000 on one game.
Me
one time.
either.
Ooh.
But so Bruce Cassidy after the game said, I sat here 2 games ago and said I believe these officials are at this level because they've earned the right to be here and we should be getting the best. But I mean, the narrative changed after game 3 when their coach complained about the officiating. There was a complaint or whatever put forth by the opposition, and it just seems to have changed everything. I mean, the non-call on Achari, their player is on the way to the penalty box. Seemed like he knew that what he did and kind of put up his hand as most hockey players do, trying to say, oh, come on, that wasn't a trip, but it obviously was. It's right in front of the official. It's a slew foot. Our guy's gone. The spotter took him out of the game for a possible concussion. I mean, it was blatant. It had a big effect on the game. And basically it calls out the NHL. He says, this has happened. I mean, I'm a fan of the game. The National Hockey League's getting a black eye with the officiating this playoffs, and here's another one that's going to be talked about. That call probably, I mean, there's time, but it really made a difference. Really made it difficult for us to get the win tonight, so I'm disappointed. I guess to answer your initial question, it was egregious, which I agree. I mean, the ref's right there. It's crazy that he doesn't make a call on it, and it's crazy after their coach made comments of the officiating after the 7-2 win. Then this happens. It's like, you can't play sides like that. You can't make calls just because of what the score is or what's going to ultimately happen in the series. But I do think that I'm a conspiracy theorist as well. I do think the NHL wants the Blues to win this. It's good for hockey if they win. It's a good story. They get their first championship. It's first Stanley Cup win. It's a big deal for them.
You think the NHL and the NBA are working together?
They might be.
To get the Blues and the Raptors their first franchise
it's good.
Ever championship.
It's good for business, right?
What do you think about that, Britney? What do you think about that one?
You know what? I don't even want to get into that because...
I mean, isn't Adam Silver
upset
Canadian?
That the Eagles won their first Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, they did.
You should be excited about that.
Yeah, I still am excited about it.
These next few years, everyone gets a win. It's kind of like nowadays, right? In Little League, everyone gets a freaking trophy.
Whoa, I guess so.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
everyone on the Eagles got a trophy because they won.
Well,
that's why the Cowboys don't get anything.
I mean, a lot of missed
trophy. Let's keep that in mind. Their only trophy.
A lot of missed pass interference on that last call. That last play as well.
No way. Clean hits all around.
Yeah. Well, halfway down the field, just knocking him down.
Going back to hockey,
right.
You think the Bruins are gonna take the game?
Yep.
And ultimately lead into Game 7.
Yeah, I think that game 6 in St. Louis, I think that it will be a 2-goal victory for the Bruins. They'll get 2. They'll get an empty netter at the end of the game. And I think that in Game 7, it will be a 1-goal differential. It might even actually, it's going to be close.
You think it'll end in a shootout?
It might. It won't end in a shootout, but it'll end in overtime, I think. Which will be crazy. But I think that, it's just, it's a crazy series. It's, what's good about it? It sucks that it's so close because I'm a Bruins fan, but it's a great series to watch. And if Josh would just watch it, he would learn to love hockey.
Josh.
Yeah.
See what you're missing out?
Yeah.
He did say that if it goes to Game 7, he'll watch it. So
hockey is all about the fighting. You like fighting, right? A little bit?
I mean, I guess so, sure.
Get in tune with it?
Yeah.
Although in the playoffs, they never
I'm
even
a
let
lover,
anybody
not a
fight.
fighter, man.
I know. That's the shitty thing. I feel like they don't really let anyone fight nowadays.
They don't let anything go.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
But that's, it's television. It's entertainment. I feel like that's another thing that they really need to delve into.
And
but hey,
what do you think about?
What can you do,
Brittany? What do you think about the Blues when they played the Sharks? They get a apology from the NHL about a hand pass that is an obvious blatant hand pass that scores a goal. So they get an apology from the NHL, and then nothing from the NHL about this tripping of Achari at the end of the game. I think it's
ridiculous.
It's pretty crazy, but I also wonder if they're like, okay, we can't apologize like every single time the officials miss something. I mean, I can see that part of it. But at the same time, I think it's just hilarious that their coach, he makes the comments on the game after it's 7-2, and then he literally says in an interview, "I'm not here to judge the officials." Afterwards,
right?
When it's like,
of course, when it's in his favor, right?
I mean, there's a lot of calls missed like throughout a game. That's what makes a game. But this was just so impactful on the game, and so at a moment where right after that, people, the players are basically standing around thinking that there's a penalty on both sides. And then the Blues player just goes, hey, you know what? I think I can score here, and just puts it in the net, and they end up losing the game because of that differential. But anyway, and I also...
I guess we'll just... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I also just think that this Barbashev, Ivan Barbashev, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. I have trouble with these hockey names, but I think that he gets suspended for a game, and I think that call might be... Although it's a pretty blatant hit on Johansson there, I think that's almost like saying, hey, we know we fucked up. We know we missed the call, so here's a suspension for the Blues player again. This was the second player that's suspended, although the Blues have been playing dirty all series. So.
Well, I guess we'll just tune into tomorrow night's game and see who the officiating team's really on which side, right?
Which side.
Kind of play it by ear.
So we'll see. I think that it's going to be close. I'll be standing up most of the game right next to my TV.
Screaming at it.
Yeah.
Sure. I like it.
But moving on, our boys, Kimbrel and Keuchel.
Oh, yeah.
Got some deals.
Finally. They're both disappointed.
Finally.
Yeah.
Kimbrel's pissed.
You know what's weird is their deal's almost like what they were looking for, almost like flip-flopped. Like, Kimbrel gets the 3-year deal where we thought that he might just get a 1-year deal and just, go on the team. Actually, we did say the Cubs, and that's where he ended up. But Keuchel, I'm just glad he didn't go to the Yankees. I thought that he was going to go to the Yankees, and he goes to the Braves.
Yeah.
He only gets a 1-year deal, which I thought, being a starting pitcher, you'd probably get a longer contract out of, But, maybe
he's like, yeah, I got to play. So, let's just get in there and, he'll go out and just win like his, 8 starts or something.
Yeah.
And then, well, if the Braves get in the playoffs, that means that the Phillies are going to be fucking up, and then I don't like that. So go fuck yourself, Keuchel.
Yeah, at least both of these deals don't really seem like...
How about that analysis?
Neither of these deals seem really crazy, I guess.
Well, Kimbrel was looking for like a 6-year, $120 million deal.
Yeah.
And he ended up with a 3-year, $45 million deal, $43 million deal, and he's going to make $10 million this year and then $11 million for the next 2. So he's like, damn, how pissed is he? So he's probably like, all right, well, I guess I'm not as.
Oh, I think he just got a dose of reality.
Yeah. Oh, his agent. I don't even know who his agent is, but his
Yeah.
agent's, kind of screwed him there, made him look like a chump.
Old Theo got him. He said.
But yeah, that's good for the Cubs, though.
He said, "We saw it's a unique opportunity. How often can you add an elite closer like Craig, somebody who's arguably on a Hall of Fame trajectory, with the need that we have this midseason without giving up any prospects? That's just such a great opportunity for the Cubs." Obviously, it's a little.
I mean, that's what they did in 2016, right? When they got Chapman. Chapman came in.
Yeah.
And
They kind of blew it letting him go.
No, he wasn't staying. He wasn't going to stay. I mean, he wanted that big money, and the Cubs couldn't give him that big money because they had Rizzo and they have Bryant and they have all those other guys that they got to pay, and they have Lester, and they had to let Arrieta walk. That's why Arrieta left.
It seems like Keuchel basically didn't want to be on the Astros or didn't give them a hometown discount because it seems he got $21 million. So, which will only give him about $13 million when prorated, and I think that the Astros offered him like $17 million or something, $17.9 million or something like that. So, it's
like, I got kids to feed.
Yeah, I
Damn,
guess.
14's all the best I get. All right, damn.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what I think. Who do you think has a bigger impact on either team?
I think Kimbrel's going to really help the Cubs. I mean, because the Cubs are playing pretty well right now. Javi Baez, I think, is going to win the MVP this year. I think he should have won it last year, but over Yelich. But that's just me. I love Javi Baez. Do you like Javi Baez, Britney?
No.
What? He's so good, though. You don't like talent? Come on.
Okay, coming from the guy that thinks the Eagles are God's gift to the world.
No, I mean, that's a fact. I mean, I you can believe. You should believe
everyone's
facts.
Laughing.
Yeah.
Can't wait for football season.
It's going to be great.
It's an itch right now, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I'm still like, but it also stresses me out because I end up like in like 3 fantasy leagues, and then I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in.
We got to have a fantasy league for a Cruel Fan.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe we give away some tickets or something to a winner or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But
tickets to the basement. Come hang out. Play some cornhole.
The basement. Oh, God.
That sounds
like a horror movie.
That does sound scary. But that's where we are. We're in Ryan's basement doing. That's where we record here. So, but I guess out of context, that does sound very scary. You just want tickets to our basement.
Hey, we got to just explain it a little bit, expand on it. Maybe not just say tickets to the basement. Yeah.
Like
we'll work on it.
Right. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Going back to Kimbrel, though, I mean, I don't want to really. I'm happy for the dude because he's a great pitcher. I'm sad. I don't want to really come to terms with it because to me he'll always be a Red Sox. But I don't know. I miss the guy a lot. Our bullpen misses him quite a bit.
Yeah, see what everybody
have been paying attention.
Yeah, what everybody really missed about Kimbrel, the whole point is that during the season how good he was. Right? Yeah, in the playoffs he struggled and you got Yankees fans throwing beer at him and all this stuff. But
but I mean Chris Sale struggled too.
Right.
Our ace pitcher, right, towards the end of the season, he was struggling quite a bit.
Yeah, so
he was struggling in the beginning of the season. So I mean, I feel like
injuries,
a lot of people are a little bit biased.
Yeah, what I'm saying is basically they might have put too much pressure on him, saying that maybe that's why he didn't get a deal is because of the postseason play. But if you look at him during the regular season, I mean, he was a great closer in many of those games. I mean, Red Sox probably don't go on that tear and win so many games if he's not there. So it's I'll miss Kimbrel too. I don't like the way that he went out. I think that he was looking for way too much money, and that kind of got proven by his deal. But it's obvious that the Red Sox could have used him this year. I think it's kind of shitty that he didn't go to the ring ceremony and all that stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
We definitely could have used him this year. I'm kind of surprised that the Red Sox haven't tried to fill that void yet, or whatever they've done basically hasn't. Brazier's not going to be the guy, that's for sure. So
yeah, definitely not. That's a whole other thing with the Red Sox, man. I don't know. They've just been so inconsistent all season, and it's hard to say, but they definitely
they'll win
need to work in the bullpen. And that's the thing with the Yankees. I mean, they went into the season knowing that they needed to stack up in the bullpen, and look at them now.
Yeah,
they're stellar, and even offensively, the Red Sox have been lacking. I mean, I've said it before. I've said it in my article. Mookie Betts, he's a good player. He's an amazing player. I'm sorry, he's MVP last year, Gold Glove award, Slugger award, everything that you could think of, this man got, and he's not playing the best that he can. He's playing decent, but he's not playing great. And even the young blood that we have, like Andrew Benintendi, as much as I love him, and Lord knows I love this guy. He's my favorite. I've been rooting for him since his rookie season, his first start. But, he's not even playing up to par. And, I mean, Chris Sale's finally just getting into his groove. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Red Sox. They need to step it up if they want to see the playoffs again.
Yeah, the problem is that they're so streaky right now. They'll win a couple games, and you think, all right, this is going to be what kicks them into a time where they can get a lot of wins, and then they'll lose.
They'll
lose, but they'll lose badly. Like they'll lose where they get like 3 or 4 hits, and it's crazy. Right. It's like, and especially
you saw today's game, right?
Yeah.
2-9.
Yeah.
2-9.
Yeah, against the Rays.
I don't know. I get it. I don't get it.
The problem is
they're the World Series champions. Like, come on.
The problem is that
that's how the Red Sox do it, though, right? They win a World Series and then they shit the bed the next year, and then they win another World Series.
They're not shitting the bed, though. They're
7 games out of first, man.
Yeah. First of all, Josh, let's go back on that. They're not shitting the bed, okay?
They're shitting the bed.
Keep those terms to yourself, my dude. These are my boys. Yeah. I will ride and die for these guys. They're not shitting the bed. They're doing decent. Are they playing like the World Series champs that we know and love? Absolutely not. Do they have the chance to get back up to that standard? Absolutely.
Sure, they're 7 games behind the Rays. Like, they're chasing the Rays. The World Series champs are chasing the Rays. Are you serious? Come on. Shitting the bed.
Tampa Bay is they're doing pretty well this year. I mean,
I don't believe it.
They have 5-6 games ahead of us.
7.
7. Okay, well, I guess including today's. But
are they winning right now?
The game. Are you playing? Yeah. Have you guys been watching the doubleheader today?
I watched the first game.
Last I checked, the Red Sox were up. So
yeah.
That's a start. I mean, it also has to deal with who you have in the lineup, right? Because I guess earlier today, and obviously for good reason, to save him for the doubleheader, Benintendi was out, right? They had a couple guys, I think it was Travis here earlier in left field, and
yeah.
I mean, I don't even know who that dude is, but as long as he's able to make the catches, I guess that's all that matters. All I'm saying is they're inconsistent this season, unfortunately. They have a little bit of that World Series hangover that everyone keeps talking about. It's June. They need to snap out of it. They need to fix that bullpen, stack it up. I don't know why they've been waiting for so long. And offensively, get back on track because they're not hitting like they have been like they were last season.
Here's the other thing that I think, too, is the Red Sox they're a come-from-behind team. That's what they're like. I've been watching the Red Sox since I was 2 years old. They need the pressure to come back. I mean, to be down and be the 7 games back. It's unprecedented last year to be leading and then they win the World Series. That's usually how the Red Sox don't, operate. Really, they are a come from behind team. They proved it against the Yankees. It's just not in their mantra, let's say, to be the best team all the time. It's, we're a come from behind town. I mean, the only difference is really the Patriots. But I just think that, this theory of that the Red Sox always suck after a World Series. Yeah, statistically that's true, but you would think that the amount of they didn't lose a lot of players, so the talent's still there. It's just more, I don't know if it's a mindset thing, and then you get everybody talking, and then Cora's like, basically saying, all right, everybody just calm down, don't worry. Well, eventually you got to start worrying a little bit, so.
Right. I mean, it's June.
Yeah.
It's time to start worrying.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying, but at the same time, yeah, we didn't lose a lot of players in the off season. However, we do have quite a bit on the DL, right? I mean, Evaldi, I don't know when he's ever going to come back.
Yeah, I think.
Have you heard any update?
I think that he is coming back. He had the surgery, and I think that he is coming back. I'm not sure when the timetable is for him,
right?
But he'll be back.
No time frame on that, but we need him a lot.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I mean, Dustin, he's been in and out, coming back for 2, 3, 4 games, and then out, and that's actually a pretty tragic story because he's been very loyal to the Red Sox.
Yeah, you hate to see a player go from the caliber he was to now basically he is running to first base and just what looks like a normal jog to first base on a ground ball, and he has to come out for the rest of the game. I mean, I think that it's time to just say, okay, hang it up and you're done. I think that he's proven to everybody that he's tried to come back. It's not a situation where he's just like, I don't feel like playing. Just give me my check.
Right.
He's obviously trying to get back on the field. He just isn't able to. He just isn't the same player that he was before. And I mean, that era of them, that World Series championship team, all those everybody else is gone basically. So it's just him left trying to carry on that legacy. And I don't, a lot of it is his own personal, he's a hell of a player and he wants to play. So it's, I think that it's better now at this point. I think that, he made some comments before. He just said, I want to take a break right now and go spend time with my family.
With his family.
And I guess that's basically that was on the same day that Bill Buckner passed away. So I think it's the same. He just didn't want to come out and retire on that day. But it's kind of obvious to me that he's done.
Yeah.
And, which is, it's too bad, but I'm also a little bit sick of the storyline. I mean, I think you gotta,
Sure, absolutely. I've been saying this.
Yeah.
Since, past couple seasons, I think his time is up. I don't get me wrong. I love Petey.
Yeah.
He's great. He like you said, he's shown what he's worth. He's played his games. He was there with the All-Star team and he put in his time, but man, we get it. Like, you're doing your best. You keep coming out here. You're trying everything. You're doing surgery, rehab, whatever it is to get you back on the field. But it's not working. And at this point, I think it's just before you get hurt, before the Red Sox invest more money in you, I think it's time to just let it go, retire, open up the salary cap, get some new players on, some young talent like Michael Chavis.
Yeah, I mean, that was the best situation to happen, really, to have him come up.
The best move. Statistically, he increased the offensive plays, and that's great. That's what we need.
Yeah.
But, we also need, he can't do all the work. We need our established players to step it up. And I know a lot of them are, on their arbitration year, whatever it may be, but, you want that contract. You got to work for it. Like Bogarts. I mean, he got that contract, and he's really showing what he's made of with it. And, I just think there's a lot of things that need to be fixed. I think Cora needs to step it up and take charge, because a lot of people are saying that the players are running the team. And even though that may not be the case, it just shows a little bit that, in June with this kind of record, they got to fix something. They got to do something with that.
Yeah, I mean, something has to change. Something has to happen, and we've been saying this for a couple months now, and it starts to happen a little bit, and then it regresses. It's like,
exactly.
Do I think that they're going to win the World Series? I don't know now, but do I think that they can be a playoff team? Yeah, I think they can come back and they can, give the Yankees a run for their money, and we all know what happens to the Yankees and Red Sox in the playoffs. Oh, we'll
my
see.
prediction. I think they'll make it to the playoffs. I don't think they'll get a World Series this year, but I think they'll definitely make it to the playoffs, and we'll just take it from there. But I actually want to kind of talk to you guys more on some changes up in Boston. What's up with Kyrie Irving? Where do you guys think he's going? Supposed to stay over there, right? He's actually supposed to go to Brooklyn, I heard, but no, of course not. Wasn't he? I thought.
Yeah, and he's thinking about going to the.
Right?
Yeah, he's thinking about going to the Nets.
Well, everyone's saying like New York, and everyone assumes the Knicks, but everyone's like the sexy pick would be the Nets. You know, I mean, I don't know. James Dolan seems like he's crazy.
People have been talking about him going to the Lakers with LeBron.
Yeah,
I mean that would be sweet too.
I still think that's where he's going.
Anywhere.
Yeah, just get him off the
go
team.
Anywhere besides the Celtics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that after everything that's happened, there's no way he's staying. I mean, they try to kind of make it seem like, oh, maybe we can work on things, and maybe they're trying to entice him by talking to Anthony Davis a little bit more, but I just do not see any possibility where Kyrie Irving stays in the.
I mean, he didn't want to come
Celtics
here.
Right.
He didn't want to come. He got traded here. He didn't like.
Yeah.
He doesn't like he signed some like a 2-year deal or something. He's like, he was forced to come here, and then he was hurt, and then he's like, all right, we got this.
You know what? He needs to go to a team like the Nets. I think he'll end up at the Lakers, but he needs to go to a team like the Nets because he can be the guy, right? He can be their guy.
Yeah, but you're not going to win a championship if he's the guy.
But he doesn't want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because in Boston he has so much pressure to win a championship, right? And he should have won a championship. But when he gets to the when he goes to the Nets, if he does great. They were in 6 this year. They ended up in 6 in the Eastern Conference. So great. If they make it further, great. If they don't, oh well, no one expected them to.
You're not going to win a championship with Kyrie as your best player.
You're not.
Yeah,
not
I fully agree with that statement.
Yeah.
He's a good player, but he needs a team. He's not that one outstanding all-star player that everyone takes him to be. And that's what Danny Ainge? I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
The general manager of the Celtics. He was very, very disappointed in his attitude and his playing with Kyrie.
Yeah.
And I mean that should tell you right there that it wasn't compatible. He wasn't working well with the young blood on the team, like Tatum and Brown. And that's the thing. I think he needs to go somewhere that he's familiar with, which I think the Lakers would be great for him because LeBron James and
because he's
Kyrie
got Big
Irving,
Bro
they
there.
have that relationship. Yeah, and
but LeBron's got
something where he's more comfortable with, and maybe we could see better playing out of him that way. But he's not that go-to guy on the team whatsoever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No. I mean, no, I don't think he is. I agree. Yes, I agree with you. No, I don't think he's like the go-to guy. Yeah, no.
I'm
mean,
surprised
he thinks
you're agreeing with me.
Cool. Well, we agree on a lot of things. Just
yeah, we're best friends. Remember?
Yes. Like, what is this?
Absolutely.
Jeez.
Yeah. I know, my bad.
Where do you think he goes, Josh?
I would love to see him back in LA. I think that'd be hilarious if he ends up back with the Lakers. But but the thing, if you're the Lakers, you got to be thinking 4 years down the road because LeBron, he's not going to re-sign with the Lakers.
Yeah.
I don't think. And he's got 4 years left. That's going to be his 20th year. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got to be done. So he's got those 2 max slots that they have. That's going to be their future.
He's so in love with himself, he might just do that.
Yeah, right.
He might just wait it out till he gets to play with his sons, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, if KD and Kyrie team up like in
New York
with the Knicks, I could see that would be crazy. But like the management there is so bad. I think like the Nets have a better management team and a better structure over there, and and that team's pretty good. It's just like with the clip, like if you're with the Knicks, like you just clear out everybody and then you just build around it. With the Nets, like there's some decent players in there that you don't want necessarily going to clear out. So
they got D'Angelo Russell, and
he's actually playing well. Yeah,
I mean. They did well for what they had. They were a good team.
I think KD goes to the Sixers. I said it.
Okay.
Because I think.
statement.
Because Butler's gone. Butler's going to L.A. That's where he's going, I think.
You think so?
It's gonna be Kyrie, Butler, and LeBron.
You know what I really think? No matter.
Are you calling it now? You're officially calling it. That's what you think's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That could be the big three, and imagine that whole.
My gosh, it's gonna be
that marketing.
It'll be awful. It'll be awful.
Yeah.
It'll fall apart instantly. It'll just explode. It'll be so bad. Because Jimmy Butler thinks he's the best basketball player in the world.
We should do a segment where we just go back and look at all these trades that we thought might have happened, or that throughout the years we thought was going to happen, and then just what the marketing would be like now if that happened.
God.
Wherever you go. I don't
Video
know.
games would be great.
It's just kind of yeah.
Speaking of trades,
yeah,
and the Celtics, what do you guys think about Anthony Davis?
Oh, he's not coming to Boston. I know that.
Yeah, I think that the amount of players that you have to give up or whatever, I don't think it's worth getting rid of Tatum. I don't think it's worth getting rid of Brown. I think that you can build a solid team without a superstar.
I mean, they got Zion now.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got Zion.
You want to go into that a little bit?
I think he's gone too, but
okay.
I think that they might keep him just because they got Zion. But they might not even.
It's another situation though that there's just been too much talk that I think that it has to happen. The same thing with Kyrie. Like there's just been too much talk about.
But the Pelicans had they had the biggest name since Zion. They had Anthony Davis, and they didn't do jack shit with him.
Okay, so Pelicans Executive Vice President David Griffin has made it clear that he's committed to trying to convince Davis to stay in New Orleans. Last month, Griffin met with Davis and his agent, Rich Paul, in L.A., but the meeting didn't go the way that
he already had. Yeah, he already got a max deal out of the Pelicans.
Yeah,
and he wants to get out of there. New Orleans, they don't care about the Pelicans. Because the owner of the Pelicans owns the Saints too, and all he cares about is the Saints.
Yeah, and now to your point, now getting Zion, they have their big guy. They have their.
I mean, they haven't gotten him yet. They might do some funky stuff. They might.
No,
they're probably gonna. You think
they would go down in history as making the worst decision in the NBA?
They would eclipse the Blazers for taking Sam Bowie over Jordan.
It would just well. I don't know about that. But.
The greatest player of all time. You telling me Zion's better than Michael Jordan?
You think heard it here first? No, I don't think.
Crazy, so. Ryan.
I don't think so. I think he's hyped up, but
But
I still think that that's a terrible decision based on they're basically saying here's the lottery ticket and you're gonna throw that away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People come to see him unless they win.
Yeah, need sell jerseys. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about sales, really.
You like Zion, Britney?
I mean,
are you a fan?
In terms, yeah, sure. Do I think he's better than MJ?
No, yeah, right. I mean, that's crazy.
I mean, I heard
Ryan's crazy.
That little barking conversation.
I didn't say that.
Not. I think my top three of all time, right?
Okay.
All time. MJ, obviously, Magic, and Larry Bird.
Ooh.
I know,
I like
mixing
that.
it up for you guys.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Gotta stay faithful.
No
Those
LeBron
are my top three.
So LeBron is 4
I
then?
don't know if
Kobe.
that tells you really who I would choose.
Yeah.
But
no Kobe. No LeBron.
No.
God.
Fuck Kobe, dude.
What?
No.
Oh, God. I feel like that's going to be a whole nother conversation
Oh my
for
God.
next podcast,
Mamba.
unless you guys really want to get into it now.
Mamba mentality. How dare you?
All right, give your top three.
My top three?
Oh, Kobe. You guys are seriously Kobe fans?
No,
How could you not be?
No, you know what? I think Kobe gets.
Are you kidding?
I mean, retrospectively.
You know
I think he gets overlooked. As great as he was, he does get overlooked as being in that top player discussion.
He's not even worth mentioning.
What?
He's
not even
I'm
worth
sorry.
mentioning.
I said it. I don't think he's worth mentioning. I think he was too hyped up because he was the Lakers' go-to guy. He was there for as long as he was, so everyone looked at him as if he was a god, but he wasn't. He wasn't. Was he the worst? Absolutely not. Statistically, he's actually a great player. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't have respect for the guy. I really don't. But he also had to have a team behind him. He wasn't that all-star player that everyone thinks that he is. I think if you would have pulled him away from his team, he wouldn't have been able to hold himself up. But that's my opinion.
Well, yeah. Nobody could win by themselves. Jordan couldn't win. He couldn't do it by himself. He got to the playoffs and got swept until Pippen came along, and then they got Rodman. You look at Larry Bird. He had Parrish and McHale.
Insult the greatest player of all time.
Dude, it's the truth.
Game. He changed the game.
No doubt. So did Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, beasts who they played on.
So you like too many players. You can't even have a top three.
Every person,
every player needs
support. Every player needs support, absolutely.
Yeah,
but can he rack up more points than anybody on his team? Absolutely.
Yeah, well, he is. I mean, he's a ball hog, no doubt about it. No, but he wins though. He's a winner. He's clutch. And I mean, I'm not saying he's the best, but
I think he gets overlooked in the conversation.
He clearly gets overlooked by Britney. Clearly gets overlooked.
So what's your top three?
God. Yeah, what's your top three?
My top three?
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm going LeBron.
As the best?
Oh, yeah.
Number one.
Oh, yeah.
God. Just to stir the pot. Just to stir the
shit up. MJ. Right. And Kobe. Obviously, we had to be all this big shit about Kobe. I got to say Kobe.
I was waiting for you to just go, not say him. But
you could, mix those all around, you know.
I don't know.
I mean, those guys are the best. Those guys are the best. I mean, Bill Russell is great. I wish they had kept stats, but, there was 8 teams when they were winning championships. There's 8 teams in the league. There's 30 teams now. You know what I mean? And the players are way better. He was a hell of for his time. I mean, Wilt Chamberlain, beast. I mean, he'd probably be really good now too. But
Magic,
really good. 6'10" point guard. Oh my God, are you kidding me? He couldn't shoot though. It was crazy. He had the ugliest jump shot. But LeBron he's like Magic, but with a better handle and can shoot better.
Wow,
I think
he's so overrated.
You think so?
He's so overrated.
I mean, I don't get.
He's good, but he just
LeBron.
I mean, I guess I hate him personally, so I guess that maybe skews the rest of my view on him.
How do you hate him personally?
He's just an asshole. He's an asshole.
He's married to his high school sweetheart. He's never been arrested.
And he probably cheats on her every week.
What? No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Nah, I'm there with him. He doesn't.
They all cheat.
They all cheat.
Kobe included.
Man, Britney, who hurt you? Who hurt you?
All right,
they made you say it.
You hurt me. You're hurting me right now. You're say that Kobe's one of the best. You're a terrible person.
Yeah, he is. Get the chisels out for Mount Rushmore.
Even though knowing, professional athletes tend to have a wide variety given to them and women. Sure, a lot of them do cheat. However, that is a main reason why I actually don't respect Kobe. And let me tell you.
Well, sure.
When he had that interview.
Yeah.
And they brought up that, he cheated on his wife and the whole infidelity.
Right. Didn't he rape someone
scandal,
as well?
Whatever, okay? He has
Allegedly.
the audacity to bring down Shaq and say, well, I'm not the only person on my team who does it. I don't respect. You got caught, own up to it, and move on.
I mean,
don't bring down the rest of
it.
your teammates so you don't look so bad to the media.
Yeah, agreed.
That's my whole mentality. That's when I lost respect for him as a person.
Well, they hated each other anyway.
He's good, but, he's not the best.
I should put Shaq in there. Let me take out Kobe, put Shaq in there instead.
Who are you?
Shaq? You don't think Shaq's good?
I don't want to talk about this. Shaq? Are you kidding?
It's amazing.
The man that missed every free throw?
He did not miss. He had a 60% average for. It's like
that's what frustrates me about him too. Is like he's
the most dominant force you've ever seen.
Oh my God.
He's big. He's a big guy. That's why. But is he good at basketball?
Yes.
I mean, he's
young Shaq.
He's good because he's big.
93, 94 Shaq. Yes. He would get the rebound and push it in transition. Are you serious? He was 7'1", 300 pounds doing that. Whoa.
Remember when he came to the Celtics and did nothing?
Well, he was 85 years old at that point.
That's why I love you. See? That's my dude.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was 85 years old when he fought.
I guess it's all about perspective then.
Telling you, man.
You think
Shaq's
one thing,
amazing.
we know another. We have facts.
Shaq's amazing.
No.
How about your Warriors? Let's get on the Warriors now because
my Warriors.
No, not your Warriors. I'm
Whoa.
saying Josh. Josh is
my Warriors. I got an Eagles hat on. I don't know about no Warriors.
Okay, but every blog you've been saying Warriors in Warriors in 4. Warriors
I said Warriors
7.
in 5 to start, and I was like, well, I can't be that anymore.
Your Warriors. Okay, Josh, go ahead. What about your Warriors?
Man,
what's happening to them?
They're sweating bullets.
Crumbling.
They're sweating bullets.
Crumbling.
They're tired as hell.
Toronto.
They're tired as hell, man. That's what happens when you go to 5 straight finals and win most of them.
3-1 and they're tired?
They are tired.
Is this a situation where the Warriors are being beat, or that they're or they're just playing terribly?
No, this is what it is. This is what it is.
All right, talk to us, Goose. What's up?
They're so bored
of winning.
of winning. They have to make it interesting. So
that's
they're
why
like
Tom Brady's
KD.
the best.
They're like KD. Act like you got that your foot exploded, and then Clay, go chill by the pool for a game. We'll go down 3-1, and then we'll just come back on them, and then we'll.
You're still on them?
Yeah. They're gonna win 3 straight.
No.
They gave up a 3-1 lead. They're gonna take one away now.
No.
Watch them.
No.
Kawhi's gonna freak out though.
Jesus.
How about it,
Brittany? Do you think
cute
there's
when you're delusional?
Do you think there's any way that they win, Brittany? Now, down 3-1.
The Warriors?
Yeah.
All right, this is my. Okay, this is gonna be tough. This is what I'm thinking. My prediction is they're gonna go back to Toronto, right? Obviously, the Warriors have always played better at home because of the fanship. Sure, any team is sometimes, but I think they'll win this next game on the road, just to keep it interesting. Sure, let's go with Josh's, kind of delusional mentality, just to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll win one more game.
Yep.
I think it'll be a close game, but they'll win one more game, and then I think the following game, the Raptors will take it all, and that's it.
So it's
That's
Raptors
my
in 6.
prediction. I think Toronto's going to win it all. I'm calling it now.
Toronto
I
in
think
6.
they put Klay Thompson back in too early in Game 4. He is obviously not making the shots that he's usually making. He's not playing up to par. He still has that hamstring injury.
That's what champions do.
They need him, and that's
they do.
the thing. That's also worrisome too, because if they really need him that badly, where they have to take him off the bench from a hamstring injury and throw him in the pool already so soon, what does that tell you about the Warriors? They really rely on him, and I get it. You have that team. You have Cousins out there. You have Curry. You have Thompson. You expect a lot out of them, but that's the thing. You have a whole team. And to throw in Thompson so early, I think that was a big mistake. I think that really.
But you had
did
to.
him in.
Curry had 47
but that's the thing.
points.
You shouldn't have to. As the Warriors,
Hey,
defending champions,
that's what's surprising.
That is
surprising to me.
Finals again. You shouldn't have to. You have a stacked lineup. You have a stacked bench. Katie. Obviously, Katie's out for the rest of the season or the series, whatever. He's not going to be there much longer because of that, but.
That's another bullshit thing. They knew instantly that he wasn't going to play. I really believe that.
Well, of course, you can't tell him that. Tom Brady's on the injured list every week. Come on.
Well, he is injured. He's old, and he needs recovery time.
Please.
And he still got a ring. So
yeah, I know. That's all I'm
what
saying.
Does that say?
6.
Not 7, though.
He's got 6 rings. Yeah.
You don't got 7
this
rings.
This year.
Y'all don't got 7. Well, you want to have 8 then.
It was his goal to get 6. I wouldn't even doubt it in my mind if he's done after this season.
Tom Brady's gonna get ragdolled, and that's the only way he's gonna stop playing.
Super Bowl rings.
Oh, I mean,
he achieved it. So
no, I think they will still get another one, but I do think you have a point about them. I think they'll go back to back this year, but I think you do have a point about them, or about him. This being his last season, I really do. You can see on social media.
What, 41. He's 41,
I can't remember.
Right? I think
he said that he would play till 45, but
yeah. Well, so did Brett Favre, and look what happened.
He did came back, but yeah, he's 41.
Assault,
You hate Brett Favre so much; it's hilarious.
I don't hate Brett Favre. I mean,
you hate Brett Favre.
It's fine.
Okay.
I don't.
I mean,
hate him.
he's a gross. I mean, he's gross. I mean,
dick pics and such.
Sending dick pics.
That's just a whole other thing to get into.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, dick pics are cool if they're like
Warriors.
asked for, but unsolicited dick pics are like, what are you doing, dude?
All right.
What are
we
you
don't
doing?
need to get into the whole.
Really getting into something else here. But yeah, I think that's it for the Warriors. I think the Toronto Raptors are going to come in.
Agreed.
Coming game, the following game, I think that's it. All right, well, we'll see.
I'm gonna go even further than you. I don't think that the Warriors win it again. I think the Raptors take it in the next game.
You think Toronto's going to take it all?
Yep.
This next game?
Yep.
Warriors in 7. It's going to be awesome.
Josh's Warriors in 7.
I really hope they win in 7. That would be hilarious. Y'all going to feel so stupid. So stupid.
Oh, God.
I mean, I just can't see it right now. I don't know. I didn't see it at the beginning of the series. I don't see it now.
Toronto's going to shit the bed just like the Red Sox are doing. It all comes back to it.
It's all full circle.
There's some fighting words you're saying, Josh.
Yeah. Red Sox winning 5-1.
Get you, right? I hope they do.
Ooh, no, they gotta come in the basement then. They gotta come in the basement to get me. Turn the lights off. There was a lot of corners in this basement. We can hide.
Your horror movie?
Yeah.
Oh God, you're starting to sound like Brett Favre.
Oh my God.
Well, let's talk about another
taking dick pics in the basement. Oh Jesus.
Let's talk about another quarterback that's overrated, Carson Wentz.
What? Overrated?
Gets a big contract. Give us a little details on his contract, Josh.
Well deserved, every penny.
Besides, how much money did he get?
Like
$38 million for 4-year contract extension.
There you go. 107 guaranteed. It could be up to 144, I guess, depending on if he hits like certain.
What point in next season does he get injured?
Week 12. But it doesn't matter. He's gonna get paid.
He doesn't have the backup now.
He's got Sudfeld. That's all you need. Nate Sudfeld, son. Wearing the old number 7. That's been good luck for a lot of people in Eagles uniforms, number 7. You know, Vic, Garcia.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about Michael Vick.
Yeah, he's got a cannon.
God.
He's got a rocket. He paid his price. It's fine. Pretty gross what he did, but
terrible.
We all know your theory on dogs, so.
Nick Sudfeld. I love dogs. I love animals. Anyway, Nate Sudfeld. I didn't even know his name. Damn it. Said his wrong name. No, but Wentz, but it's just, he's just setting it up for the next guy, whoever that, it might be Dak. Dak will probably get more, Dak will probably get more than.
I think Dak deserves it more than Carson Wentz.
How can you say that?
Because he's played in 48 games of 48 regular seasons of games that he's been in. He started every single game. Has he been out like Carson Wentz? No.
But when he's in there, when Carson Wentz is in there, he's an MVP candidate. He is an MVP candidate. Dak Prescott is a game manager.
Didn't your backup quarterback, wasn't he the reason why you guys got the Super Bowl ring?
Well, yeah, because he wasn't in it. Who knows what would have happened? It doesn't matter.
They would have lost, is what would have happened.
No, they wouldn't have. No, they wouldn't have.
They're a little sketchy over there.
How they would have lost?
Because Nick Foles is the one that made them win.
What plays that Nick Foles did that Wentz couldn't have done? Tell me what.
I think Nick Foles
I couldn't tell you because I haven't seen Carson Wentz actually play a full season.
There's not enough tape on him. It's a problem. He's too hurt. Mr. Glass.
Exactly. There's so many wrinkles to his game, no one knows.
Actually, when I was doing your
Mad
blog,
wrinkles.
I was trying to find a video, like highlight reel of Wentz, and I can't find any. Searching YouTube.
Because you don't have the bandwidth because there's just so many of them. Yeah. And they're so long. You just don't have the. You need to hire different router. You need more. You need more bandwidth.
Whatever makes you sleep at night, my friend.
Download it. Hey, he's gonna watch out this year.
They had to give him a big contract.
33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Are you serious? I mean, come on.
He's a good quarterback. He's not great.
It's his 3rd year. What the hell do you want from him?
I want
to not be injured in his 3rd year.
It's fine.
And if you're going to give him a big contract like that, you shouldn't be giving it to him off of the injury list.
Well, they must know something we don't then.
I guess.
They must know something. They must see the glimmer in his eye of a champion. I think that's what it is. He's got the twinkle in his eye. Does Dak have that? I don't think he does.
Okay.
I don't think Dak has it. Brady might have it.
Okay, let me say this. Dak is not a better quarterback than Wentz.
Yeah, I know it. You see, Britt? You see what I'm saying here?
Hey, am I arguing? Absolutely not. I 100% agree with that statement.
Great.
I 100% agree.
But
I know.
I do think that Dak will get more money than Wentz.
He will get more money than Wentz.
I think Dak Prescott will.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's Jerry Jones' boy. Jerry Jones is going to do whatever it takes to make him happy, as he should.
Yeah.
I don't think Prescott is going to be the solution to the Cowboys. Absolutely not. I don't think he's going to get us to the Super Bowl. That's just what I think. But for the fact is, he he did great his first year, right? His rookie year, stellar, but no one had tape on him. Second year, once everyone started accumulating tape, able to see him run the plays, they knew exactly what to do to get him down.
Right.
That's the thing. However, I mean, we can't really say that for Wentz because he's not playing enough for us to get enough tape. Like
his first year, he went 7-9. His second year, he was 11-2 when he left.
However, I think
11-2.
Wentz is absolutely a stronger player than Dak Prescott.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
that's why we're best friends, Brett. That's why we're best friends.
We're not best friends.
Oh,
You're an
man.
Eagle fan. I could never be best friends with you.
4 minutes ago, we were best friends. Now, all of a sudden.
Yeah, I lied.
Wentz is still
just like a Cowboys
injured,
fan,
by the way.
lying. What'd you say, Ryan?
I said Wentz is still injured, by the way. He's
fine.
Not fully recovered, so that will...
He's slow playing him. Don't worry. It's going to be great.
Sure. So let's say, 4 games into the season, he'll probably be out again for the rest
4
of the season?
games? No, I'm telling no.
Maybe. Oh, you're right. That's a little too much because we have preseason. So I'll say game 1.
Wow.
Out. Yeah.
What week will Zeke get suspended for like slapping someone or doing something or going or like running around with his top off or something? What week's
running
that?
around with his top off.
Or with his crop top
That's
on?
all he does.
His crop top.
That's what he's gonna get suspended for.
Yeah, he should.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
He should.
He should get suspended for that.
Hey, man, if he can produce those numbers, he's doing just fine.
He's gonna screw the Cowboys so hard. It's gonna be hilarious. Who do you keep out of the 3? Or which one do you drop? Amari, Zeke, or
Amari.
Dak? Which one do you drop? You drop Amari?
Yeah, Zeke is better.
Oh my God.
And
wait,
Dak, they
why
won't.
are we dropping anyone?
You can't pay all 3 of them, can you? Can you pay all 3 of them?
Well, probably.
And then
Here he
you
goes.
pay
Cowboys.
nobody
Oh,
else.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a salary cap, is there not? Is there like a luxury
Right.
tax in the NFL? You can't just pay
You
everyone.
also have to remember a lot of the teammates or the players that they have, they're young starters, right? So I mean, they're not going to get millions right off the bat.
Yeah, but they will
obviously
soon.
have to work themselves into it.
I mean, like Zeke's gonna play like what 10 years probably. Amari could play what 10 years, at least. That's a couple contracts there. If you want to keep him around.
Amari's up there. I wouldn't give him 10 years.
He's not that old. How old is Amari Cooper?
He's not that old, but he's not 21. We all know once you hit your late 20s, like unfortunately Dez Bryant, you hit your pinnacle and that's it.
Yeah, whatever happened to Dez Bryant?
He's on the Saints, injured.
He went
I don't even know if the Saints still have him. Did they cut him?
I don't know.
I'm hoping.
I picked him up in fantasy. It was hilarious. I'm like, he's gonna do it, yo. Watch.
Good job.
Drew Brees.
Nicely done.
It's hilarious.
Amari Cooper is 24.
He's only 24 years old. He's been in the league like
4 years.
Okay.
3,
what
4
happened?
years.
He got injured already.
Yeah.
He was already suffering with an injury. Was it? I think it's his hand or something, right?
I don't know.
He had some kind of injury, which is why the Raiders were so easy to just give him up because he was on the sidelines for so long. So I don't think he'll be playing for 10 years. I'd give him another good 5.
You think Megatron will come back?
We'll see.
You see that?
Yeah, right.
He just wants to get paid. If I get paid, I'll come back. He retired too early.
Well, he was like, screw you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he played for the Lions. The Lions don't care about winning at all, obviously. They haven't been in the playoffs in like 50 years or something.
And to answer your question, Dez Bryant is not on the team right now.
Him and Brandon Marshall should do a podcast together or something.
He was on the Saints, but...
He was on the Saints. He got injured. He got cut. There you go.
And he's...
how old is he? 28, 29? He's young. He's still pretty young.
Who, Dez? Yeah, he's not 30 yet, but yeah,
So that's what I'm saying.
He's slow, right?
10 years? No.
No, but I'm talking about Amari Cooper.
He's 30.
Same build, same position, 24. You think he's going to make it another 10? You think he's going to play till he's 34?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
No.
Because
why not?
They don't.
No.
That doesn't happen.
Some guys do. Jerry Rice.
Demarius Thomas. How old is he? I think he's actually younger than that.
All right, but either way,
He'll be good.
okay.
I mean, he'll play with the best
Not
quarterback in
10
the world
years,
this year.
But still, 5 years. 6 years. 6 years. That'd be like a max deal, right? 6
30.
years.
Yeah, he'll be 30.
He'll be 30. That's still fine. for
You guys
for
are
a slot
really
receiver.
basing this off of 1 year with the Cowboys. We still have a lot to see from him.
He had like
This
3
could have
straight
been
200-yard games, did he not?
Okay, but was he producing those numbers when he was with the Raiders?
No, because the Raiders
No.
suck dick.
So-
that's why. Raiders are terrible.
Oh, so you're on the Cowboys side here. You think the Cowboys are better than the Raiders? Didn't they have
Yes.
the same kind of record going into it, I think, a couple seasons ago?
No, they had
So
1 year.
I wouldn't write off the Raiders just yet. However,
My God, John
Cooper,
Gruden is
this could have
destroying
been
that
a
team.
one-hit wonder. He could have done great this year. It's too soon to tell. The
He's
guy
good,
is
man.
great. The guy is great. Don't get me wrong. When he's healthy, he's great. But I think it's too soon to tell after just 1 year playing. We need to give him a couple more years, see how it goes, and then they can go ahead and divvy up a contract. But until then, he needs to produce, and he needs to show what he's worth.
It's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. I can't believe I'm defending
you
a
guys are
Cowboy.
so fun.
I'm telling you.
You guys are a lot of fun.
What does
No,
that mean?
I think he.
No, you guys are fun. You guys
I think that he.
Don't get so offended. Okay, Josh.
I'm telling you, it's this clear American. It's really got me amped.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
You know?
Clear American.
I gotta drive home. Oh man, too many
Yeah.
clear Americans inside of me.
Too many.